hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be my autism video and basically all about it and how it affects me. So, yeah. I was diagnosed with autism at age 16 when we were living in the great state of Ohio, in the great city of Lakewood. Drinking a cook, but anyway. And I am wearing my autism awareness shirt, but I had no idea until after I was diagnosed what autism was or anything like that. So I had to do, of course, my research. You may notice that my eyes blink a lot. And I don't know if you've noticed, but my eyes are going back and forth. Both of those things are traits of autism that I have no control over. Some of my symptoms of autism include rocking. When I'm really upset, I will go like this to the bed, and I will alternate it with my hand. I do hand flapping. Hand flapping and rocking, I'm pretty sure, are the two most common forms of stems for people with autism. I also do other forms of stems, as they are called, which is, I'm going to look that up, but yeah. One of my stems is this, but I'm going to have to probably not do that one in school, because obviously that's really loud, so I'm probably going to have to try to do it quietly. Another one that I don't do often, but sometimes I will go like this. I don't know if that's a stem or not, but I do notice I repeat it. One of the things I also don't like, because of my autism, or maybe it has nothing to do with my autism, I don't know, it might or it might not. But one thing I personally don't like is things really close to my neck. Then again, the umbilical cord. When I was born, my umbilical cord was wrapped 3 times loosely around my neck, so maybe that had something to do with that. I honestly don't know. But I do have sensitivity to light, sounds, and touch. So, yeah, you can just imagine how that is. Speaking of, I have a thing that I wrote. About how my life is with autism. So listen to this really quick. I want you to imagine this. You walk into a classroom or store, or anywhere, and you can see that the lights of the room you are in. I want you to imagine this. You walk into a classroom or store, or anywhere, and you can see that the lights of the room you are in, those lights I want you to imagine this. You walk into a class restaurant and you can see the lights. So the lights of the room you're in, those lights, however, bother you because of your heightened senses. And your sensitivity issues that you have because of your sensitivity issues. You can hear the sounds of everyone and everything in that room, but because of your senses, you wish you could mute it all. Oh. Because it's too loud. What everyone around you doesn't know is it took you longer to get dressed that day because everything you put on bugs you in some way. Whether it is too tight or too close to your neck, or it had a weird texture. This is just the tops. You haven't even tried pets yet. Finally, after 4 tries, you put on a big baggy t-shirt and some sweatpants because jeans bother you. It is a cold day, so you grab your beanie and put it on. You grab your 2 hoodies and put them on. Lastly, you grab your rain jacket and put that on. It's cold, but it's not raining, so you grab your tennis shoes and lace them up. Finally, 15 minutes later, after you grab your phone, your keys, and your wallet, you can finally go make breakfast. You make a quick, easy breakfast of eggs, and then you can finally leave to go do what you are going to do. Go to school, or just on a quick errand. So you grab the last few things, you need, and finally you're off. You don't drive yet, so you have to take the bus. It's cold outside, and even the cold winter day, you're ready for spring. Finally the bus comes, and you get on, but your sense of hearing is heightened, so all the noise of all the sounds is like someone is screaming at you. Even though they're not. Finally, you go to school and into the classroom. Finally you get to school and you enter that class, and all you want to do is turn around and walk away from it all and go back home. After school, you have to run to the store. You have that issue in itself. Luckily, you don't have heightened smell, so everything smells okay. Then all of a sudden, a kid with blonde hair comes in and just wants to ask you something, but you're tired from a long day. Then you start to smell a weird smell of cinnamon, and that starts to bother you. Finally, you get home, but you forgot when you get home, your sister and your nephew are over, and you haven't seen them in a while, so you're excited. But then you get overwhelmed, and you have to explain why your nephew's crying and babbling is bothering you. Welcome to my world. This can happen to me. It has maybe not the kid at the store, but everything else has happened to me. So let me explain. So, I've not had a situation like that happen, but that is an extreme case where I would have school, that I would go into school, then someone would ask me something, and then my nephew and my sister and my mom would come over, and I have to explain to my sister that my nephew's crying and him babbling, which is his way to communicate because he's only 14 months old. He doesn't understand what words are, let alone what autism is. So, normally what I do in situations like this is, if they do come over and say, hey, I'm gonna go take 5 minutes in my bedroom, and I'll come in my bedroom if I'm over here, it's this room that I'm in. I will turn off the lights, I will listen to some music, maybe I'll keep the lights on, read a book, write something, just relax for like 5 or 10 minutes, sometimes longer, and then I'll go out and spend time with my cute, lovely nephew, my sister, and obviously my mom, because normally when it's my sister, I see my sister, my nephew, my mom over. So, yeah, I'll go spend some time with them. So what is autism, you might be asking? According to WebAD, autism is a complex neurobehavior condition that includes impairments in social interactions, developmental language, communication skills combined with rigid behaviors. Now called autism spectrum disorder, SD. Examples include having trouble communicating, understanding what other people think and feel. It makes it very hard for them to speak with words or through gestures, facial expressions, and touch. Children who are autistic may have repetitive stereotyped body movements such as walking, pacing, or hand flapping. I have Asperger's syndrome, which means I don't have a problem with language, but it can be a problem at times. I have a problem with social interactions and sensory issues. How many people and what percent of the population? As of 2014, there was 1 in every 88 children who were diagnosed with ASD in the USA. According to CNN, the Center for Disease Control, that is about 2% of the population, according to Science Daily. Can you picture a time that maybe you had sensitivity to something? Now take that and multiply it 100. That's my sensitivity level. For me, a siren going off is like I need to cover my ears and run far away. I would describe it as a burning in my ears. Sometimes it feels like a very sharp pain, sharper than a sewing needle, going into my ear and not letting go. At times it feels like my ears are bleeding, even if they're not bleeding. So what is stimming, you may ask? Stimming. Behavior consisting of repetitive actions or movements of a type and may be displayed by people with developmental disorders, most typically autism spectrum disorder, self-stimulation. What are some examples of stimming? Stimming might include hand and finger mannerisms, for example, finger flicking and hand flapping, unusual body movements, for example, rocking back and forth while sitting or standing, posture, for example, holding hands or fingers out at an angle or arch the back while sitting. What causes stimming? One hypothesis that causes stimming is the release of beta endorphins in the body, which then causes a feeling of anesthesia. Antihistia, I think. Anesthesia. I think it's anesthesia, but that doesn't make sense. Or pleasure. Both positive and negative emotions may trigger a burst of stimming, forcing physical reactions to joy or excitement, such as jumping or hand clapping. What are stimming behaviors? The term stimming is short for self-stimulus behavior and is sometimes also called stereotypic behavior. In a person with autism, stimming usually refers to specific behaviors that include hand clapping, rocking, spinning, or repetitive words and phrases. Does stimming mean autism? Stimming is almost always present in individuals on the autism spectrum, but does not necessarily indicate its presence. The biggest difference between autistic and non-autistic stimming is the type of stim and the quality of stimming. What causes autism? Prenatal viral infections. Prenatal viral infections has been the primary non-genetic cause of autism. Prenatal exposure to Uber or common virus activities, the mother's immune response, and many greatly increases risk for autism in mice. Rubra syndrome is the most convincing environmental cause of autism. I think, to be honest, we honestly yet do not know what causes autism in humans. Is autism hereditary? Autism has a strong genetic bias. Although the genetics of autism is complex, and it is unclear whether autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is explained more by leg interactions or by rare mutations with minor effects. So how does this affect me? Well, like I said, I have autism. So just those noises can cause me to have a sensory overload. Can cause me to get so overloaded that I explode, having a sensory meltdown. Sometimes I have what's called a autism shutdown, an autism meltdown, or I get overwhelmed. A lot of the times, I don't know the difference between the three. To me, when I shut down, normally, I just stop talking, and and I'm in my own world. Not saying anything. Sometimes not doing anything. Just laying or sitting there. Sometimes I will nod if you talk to me, so that you know I understand. If I don't understand, I will shake my head. Luckily though, I do know some sign language, so if you sign to me, I will understand, and I will sign back. I don't think I've really used my sign language for communication, because I don't know enough of it to really have a full-blown conversation. I know enough sign language to probably have about a 5 to 10 minute conversation with a deaf person without an interpreter. No two people on the autism spectrum are exactly alike. What is a motto for me? Sometimes if my senses are overstimulated, I will get overwhelmed, and it will cause anger, frustration, and I will think that you're the one who did it, even if you did it. So sometimes I will lash out and yell and scream, and then there's other times that I will just cry. Because I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. And there's no cure as of yet for autism, and some people say that they don't want a cure. I just want, if there's not going to be a cure, I just want some sort of treatment for the sensory input that I get, for the ear-piercing sounds that I experience, and the other 1 in 88 children in the world who experience high sensitivity. How would I explain how would I explain autism to kids? That's a great question. I feel like the best way to explain it to a child is to just say. So I would explain it to a kid by saying that my brain is wired differently. Your brain is in a straight line. My brain is like a bendy straw. Or I would say that it is a condition that affects the brain, and it causes me to do different things. It causes me to sometimes lash out, even if you don't mean to do so. It causes me to have sensory issues, to like sounds and touch, occasionally smell, but not as much as the other three, and not really taste. I mean, your taste can be affected, but I'm sure there's foods that neurotypicals, NTs, as those of us on the autism spectrum call you guys without autism. That's what it's like. I would explain it to a kid just simply saying that I have a condition called autism. They ask what is autism? I would simply say it is a condition that affects my brain. It causes me to do the following things that I have laid out in this video, such as walking, yelling, I would probably have read things that I read to you guys about the imagine that scenario. I would also read to them the other things on the page about how many people and what percent of the population. Now, if the kid had autism, I would simply explain I would try to explain to it better so that they understand, but also tell them, you know that you have this condition too, right? And if they say yes, I would be like, do you understand that this could be you today? Now, I want to eventually drive. I want to eventually have kids. I try not to let my nephews crying bother me. Or baby's crying for that matter. Sometimes it does, and other times it doesn't. It just depends. So, you can just imagine what my life can be like on a daily basis. Anywho, this video is already super long, and there's really going to be not much editing to this video. Because honestly, I feel like everything that I've said in this video is important. So I'm just going to leave this video exactly how it is, without editing it. So I hope you enjoyed this really long video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, comment down below a friendly comment, subscribe to my channel if you are new, click that notification button, share my videos with your friends, family, and anyone who you think enjoy it. Thank you for joining me on this journey. You are worth it. Keep moving forward. Always remember to live to inspire. Have a great day, night, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you in my next video, which will be soon. Peace.